Good morning English literature students. This lecture is specially meant for BA Part 1 English literature students of Rajasthan University. Students, I will be dealing with your first paper, that is poetry and drama, and today we shall be discussing Sarojini Naidu's poem Indian Weavers. Students, this particular poem is written in 12 lines and it is divided into 3 stanzas, and each stanza consists of 4 lines each, and it's a very interesting poem. And in the first 2 lines a question is being put up to the weavers and by the poetess, and the remaining 2 lines the weavers they answer. Now this poem becomes very interesting because Sarojini Naidu was also the great freedom fighter of India, and she was known as the Nightingale of India. She Kokila of India. She has not only written the poems about freedom, okay, but she has also went on patriotism. But she has also written this poem, which symbolically represents, man's journey from birth to death. Okay. Now see the title of the poem. The title of the poem is Indian Weavers, a poem by Sarojini Naidu. Now the three stages of man's life, that is birth and then marriage and death. So these three stages have been beautifully described by the process of the Indian weavers, how they weave the cloth. Okay. So now here I have written. Now Indian weavers, they are the great, when they weave, the weaving process, that is the great folk vocation which is in India, which is present in India, and especially in the rural, rural areas you will find this process, but now it has been propagated so much. Now, first of all, I will be reading this particular 12 lines poem, and then we shall discuss. I have highlighted the 3 stages even of a day, which symbolize the 3 stages of man's life. Weavers weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? That is the question which a poetess puts up to the weavers. Now weavers they answer. Blue as the wing of a harlequin while we weave the robes of a newborn child. See how beautifully the poetess puts up the question. Weavers, you are weaving at break of day. They are weaving a cloth for a newborn child, and they are weaving a cloth for newborn child at break of day. That means early morning. Early morning, which itself symbolizes hope, which symbolizes new energy. So, why do you weave a garment so gay? Gay stands for happiness. Oh weavers, you are weaving a garment by your hand. You are weaving a cloth which looks so happy. And they are actually, here we have not been described. We have not been given the expressions of the weavers. But the way the poetess, puts up the question, it itself tells us how happy the weavers are when they are weaving the cloth for the newborn child. Because break of day itself symbolizes the early birth. Okay. Now, blue. So now this is the answer given by the weavers to the poetess. Blue as. So you find this particular poem is very rich in similes and metaphors. So here as is used, so simile is there. Blue, we are weaving a cloth which is blue in color. Blue as the wing of a harlequin white. Now say students, harlequin bird, which especially symbolizes the days of prosperity and peace. Harlequin white also stands for the bird of freedom, that is kingfisher. Okay, which is generally found in the African, Mediterranean countries. Okay, so they are weaving. They say we are weaving a cloth which is of blue color, which is very bright in color, and it also signifies that we weave the robes of a newborn child. So we are weaving a robe, we are weaving a cloth for a newborn child. So you see the phrase here, break of day, helical white, newborn child. Now all these are highly symbolic. This particular poem, you can get a question that how the symbolism is being reflected in the poem Indian Weavers. Okay. So the first stage is the stage of birth, which has been beautifully described, the process of the weaving process, in which a child is born and the weavers are weaving a blue colored cloth which is as bright, as blue as the helicon wild, and they are weaving those robes for the newborn child. Okay. Now come to the second stage, that is weavers weaving at fall of night. Okay. So it's the day evening time. Okay. So night is descending. Now why do you weave a garment so bright? Now they are weaving a cloth which is very bright in color. Okay. And now the bright colors, they are generally associated with life, they are associated with marriage. So they are weaving a veil, they are weaving the cloth for the bride, and it is of blue and green color as the as the plumes of a peacock, and generally the plume of a peacock is generally associated with Lord Krishna and Vishnu in Indian mythology. So here you also find that there is there is a mixture of Indian and Western philosophy also. Okay, so that is what you find here. Now, why do you weave a garment so bright? Okay, so how do the weavers respond? They say, like the plumes of a peacock purple. Now there is also alliteration, peacock purple, the repetition of PP. And green, we weave the marriage veils of a queen. So they are making a bright cloth for the marriage. Okay. Now the particular color, purple color, stands for the vivacious energy of the young people. Okay. It stands for the strength and youth, and green color signifies all eternity, all birth, reproduction, etc., etc. So see the second stage, I have marked here. The first stage is of birth and the second stage is of marriage. Okay. And now come to the third stage. Again the poetess, what does she say? She say? She says, weavers weaving, solemn and still. Now see, for the first time, reaction and the expression of the weavers has been described beautifully. She says, weavers are very solemn and weavers are very still. And why are they so solemn? Why are they so grave? And why are they so still? And still also signifies peace. It symbolizes peace. Because what happens? When a man dies, his body and his life is no more. But in Indian mythology and all our Hindu scriptures, they do say that the body may die, but the spirit remains. So there is sort of that purity, there is that sort of stillness, peacefulness. Okay. Now, what do you weave in the moonlight chill? Okay, so you are so serious, you are so at peace. So at this chilly moonlight, okay, during night, what are you weaving? Which cloth you are weaving? Okay, previously you had woven a cloth for a newborn child, and you had secondly woven a marriage veil for the newly bride. And now what are you weaving? Why are you so being at peace? Okay, so how do they respond? White as feather. Now there are so many similes. White as feather and white as cloud. How beautiful clouds look in the sky when there is a bright sky and white clouds are there. So, and how bright is the white feather, whether it is of a small bird or a white peacock. So they say we are weaving a cloth which is as white as a feather and white as a cloud. Okay, and we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. So they are shroud. Shroud is the cloth which is woven around dead man. Okay, so we are making a cloth, white cloth for the for the dead man. So sort of there is so after death there is sort of peace. Okay, so the three stages beautifully have been represented, symbolic representation of man's journey from birth to death by the weaving process of the weavers. So tomorrow I shall be dealing with the question answers which you may get in exams, and further the second poem of Sarojini Naidu. Okay, that we will be discussing tomorrow. Thank you students for your patience for today. Thank you so much.